So, I'm going to review the new motherfucking Matrix movie and shit, which comes out right before Christmas and shit, as I've had the misfortune of seeing it recently. I'll just put it that way. I've had the misfortune and shit, and it makes me sad because, well, I'm a member of Generation X and shit. I'm what normally you would consider an elder statesman in the ethnic community and shit, okay? I'm an elder statesman, chronologically speaking and shit. So, that being said, I was born in the last year of the 60s and shit, okay? And it's 2021 and shit. It's the end of 2021 and shit. And I must say that I'm sorely disappointed. I am disappointed and shit in the fucking entertainment that we have available today and shit. But, you know, one of the reasons I'm disappointed is because at this time in 2021 and shit, we have the capability, creatively speaking, in the entertainment community of making anything you can think of become a reality and shit. And, knowing that and shit, and knowing what I've lived through and the decades I've lived through of entertainment and watching shit here and there, and it hasn't got any fucking better. It hasn't got any fucking better. I don't know. I could talk shit about, it's all corporate now and, everything's done by committee, but people already know that and shit. There's no magic in fucking movies anymore and shit. It's like when you were a kid and you went to the cafeteria and you got a fucking tray and you got on the fucking lunch line and they gave you a bunch of slop, okay, and some goddamn small cartons of maybe not spoiled milk and shit. It's all homogenized. That's the fucking problem, man. You youngsters today, you fucked, man. All you get is fucking leftovers and shit, refried beans, all that bullshit. As far as entertainment goes, everything's just a fucking rehash. There's no original ideas or anything. And when I saw the first goddamn Matrix movie, the very first one, I thought it was a nice one and done film. Okay, then they made that second one. It had some damn good action in it, some great effects. Still some shit was spotty. And then they made that third one. I was just like, I'm out, man. They shouldn't even have done this shit. That was like, that told me, when they did the third Matrix movie, that told me them motherfuckers was in it to win it and shit for the fucking money, but they didn't have no idea, no clue, no nothing. They have no fucking clue. They have, it takes a little common sense to make a decent movie and shit, but that's in short supply over there in the fucking West Coast in Hollywood. This movie is garbage. Alright? Movie's fucking garbage, and it shits on the legacy that's established by the other movies and shit. And what's even more shameful is one of the original directors was on the shit. And, it's the usual bullshit. It feels like some shit you would see on, like, Stars or Cinemax or something and shit, just with Keanu Reeves shoved up in it. And, I don't know if you guys know this, but he's done a couple of shitty, low-budget movies over the years and shit. So it's no big stretch that this is, like, some bottom of the basement shit that should be on fucking Stars, man. This movie sucks. Alright? And they didn't have the wherewithal to bring back Lawrence Fishburne for some reason. Or Hugo Weaving and shit. They didn't have the wherewithal to bring back either one of the motherfuckers. But they found a fucking paycheck for Jada Pinkett Smith. They found a paycheck for Jada Pinkett Smith and shit. Who's, gleefully happy and overacting in this shit. Alright? Under a ton of makeup, by the way. I don't give a fuck. I guess that was a spoiler or something. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I ruin someone's experience. Alright? It's a meta fucking movie, okay? It's one of these self-aware shits. It's like, we know you're out there, audience, watching and shit. That's why we're just gonna shit on everything, because we don't really have any fucking ideas. We don't even know how to follow the look of the other films. The other films had a cohesive look and design to them. This movie doesn't have any of that shit. It just has people riffing on the shit. I'm like, man, you motherfuckers have all of you dudes making all this money. One of these dudes' paychecks could pay for my life for fucking years, shit, if not more. And they're retarded. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm tired of modern entertainment and shit. I want to be fucking entertained. I don't want to, I don't want to see crap, homogenized crap like this, okay? And I'm especially irritated with the guy that replaced Lawrence Fishburne. I forgot his name. He played Black Manta in Aquaman. He played the new Candyman. He played some other shit. Most notoriously, he was on the episode of Black Mirror where he had a gay relationship with Anthony Mackie inside a simulation where he assumed the form of a female and shit. And I'm saying right here, he assumes the form of a female as Morpheus and shit. Because he doesn't have any of the character tics. He doesn't bring over anything from Lawrence Fishburne's portrayal of the character and whatnot. This guy's smiling, he's goofy acting. He's doing like a two-step and shit at one point. They're like somewhere in a simulation. This motherfucker is shucking and jiving. I'm like, hey dude, do you know you shucking and jiving and shit? You know, if I was the fucking director of this shit, I would be so in trouble. I would be so canceled and shit. They would totally forget about motherfucking Dave Chappelle and burn my ass and shit because I would be running through this guy. This guy would have a nervous breakdown if I was the director. I'd be busting his balls and shit. And not in the way he would like, obviously, because we know this motherfucker has been on his hands and knees and did something strange for some change. He shouldn't have a career. Fuck. Jessica Henwick is in this as some blue-haired character I didn't give a shit about. And I wish she had found a different accent, but she used her natural Australian accent. You know, it's not a big deal, but they could have done without her. Carrie Ann Moss is in this shit. I don't know how they cleaned her up to look almost normal. You know, because last couple of times I've seen her, she been looking haggard. You know, Keanu Reeves is in this shit, sleepwalking through it. But he's been sleepwalking through a lot of his career shit. But some of that shit was good he did. He had some good gems in his career, man. But now he's old and shit, you know? So he's like, fuck it, you know, you sit without his beard and shit like that, you can just see how old he is and everything. I'm not shitting on him. He could still have a good Matrix in him with some decent direction. But he fucked up when he joined on this shit. He should have made both of the Wachowski sisters, you know, come back to the fold. I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this unless both of you motherfuckers pop up. You know, fuck that. You know, I'm taking bitches hostage. I could just do a shitload of John Wick movies and shit until I, you know, kill over. You didn't have to do this fucking movie. I would prefer it if this movie didn't exist. It's trash. Alright, it's garbage. I'm not monetized. So you getting the truth from me. This movie sucks ass. It sucks a wet fart. Alright, okay? Sucks a wet fart. Man, I hate to shit on this. This is, you know, obviously I'm ranting. I like the Matrix. I like the first Matrix. This shit I love in the second Matrix. Like some of the action set pieces I love. The third one I have no fucking use for. None of that shit makes sense. And I hate Jada Pinkett Smith's monkey ass. And she can't act. You know, Mary Will Smith killed her career. But, you know, she needed to do that. She would be nobody if she didn't marry Will Smith. She'd have an OnlyFans page right now. And I won't rule that out in the future, even if she gets half as money like she's been planning for all these years now. So, that being said, Warner Brothers has taken a turd and put it on a plate for you to eat for Christmas.